Okay, I have a problem, guys. Obviously, you see all the stuff behind me. I love 3D printers, and I wanted to review another one, a giant resin 3D printer, and that's what I got down here that's really heavy today. Got this on a sick deal on Amazon. It's the ZWHT. We're gonna open it today. Crazy Will here from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at a resin 3D printer that's over here on the floor. It's comparable to the size of the Elegoo Saturn, which I've been dying to get my hands on. Just don't want to pay the price point. I got this one on sale. It's an off-name brand, ZWHT. I saw that they were originally like 700 bucks and it went down to 289. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. And I didn't see anybody review it yet, so I wanna be the first to review it for you guys. Let's go over and open this thing up, shall we? It's a giant box and it's actually freaking heavy. I'm gonna open this up for you guys right now. I'm not doing it on the table. I know I normally do it on the table, guys, but it's just so big. I just wanted to be able to do this and set it up behind me, because last time I set it up on that table, the folding table, and prints weren't coming out right, and that was the reason why. So I wanna put it right here if it fits. So let's open this bad boy. Whoa! Why did I know it was gonna be a box inside of a box? Please hold. All right, we finally made it to the printer. I think I just opened it up upside down. This is a lot bigger than I was expecting. A lot bigger. Holy crap, this thing is huge. Okay, I was not expecting it to be this big. Ugh. Ugh. She is a heavy beast. That's it right there. That's the big resin 3D printer. Holy cow. That's pretty cool looking so far. I don't know if it's gonna fit there. We're gonna try it though. Let's put it over there and start taking this apart. All right, this is gonna take a little bit, so I'm gonna get back to you. So this thing is massive. Let's see. It is very well packaged. Looks like the screen's got scrape in it or something. Scratched on the inside there, I don't know why. Whew. Alright, more plastic. The power plug, power supply, a knob, USB stick, 32 gigs. Looks like it's SanDisk, just in another language. Some gloves, Allen key. I guess some extra sheets to change the build bed. Spatula with some oil, and then one of the regular plastic spatulas. Build plate. Holy cow. That is a lot of build plate. That thing is huge. Really nice. Really feels just like the Elegoo Mars. Holy cow, that's huge. I don't know if I just didn't know how big it was or what the deal is, but wow. That feels kind of like plastic. Plastic, well, horrible. Was hoping for metal, but for this price point, that's a big build volume. So it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is awesome. I was hoping for a metal vat, but for the price point of what I got it for, totally acceptable. Did want to see real quick if this was actually cracked, which may be the case. Not that I should be complaining for the price point, but it looks like it's just scraped. That's not a crack. I mean, that's a little bit annoying, but I can live with that, especially for the price point. Well, I'm gonna start playing with this and reviewing it. So I'm gonna go over to the software and see what we gotta put in it. I don't see any instruction manual. I'm gonna go through this again. That was the biggest complaint about this printer, was there isn't any information really on it. So you kind of get what you pay for in this aspect, but no manual at all. It's like, good luck, Chuck. Is it in here? No, there is no manual. I mean, figure it out yourself. So this is not for a new person that's into 3D printing or resin 3D printing. This is for someone experienced, and we're gonna figure it out. All right, so this is very reminiscent to the Elegoo Mars, the interface. If we go to tools, we got the manual where you can lift and raise the Z-axis. All right, and we can stop it. We can level it that way. We can zero it out. Basic Elegoo Mars kind of interface if you're familiar with that, or Cheeto systems. All right, and if we go to system, we got language back and we got networking. So we can network this, and I noticed this, if we click on this right here, it's got like a Wi-Fi mode. So I wonder if I could set it up with Wi-Fi. We'll see if that's just part of the menu or if that's actually a thing. So let's go back, and then you just got the print function. That's it. So I'm gonna try and set something up for print and see how this thing does. All right, nothing on the USB drive. Nothing at all. Just a standard new USB stick file. All right, guys, it's been 3 weeks later. I've been playing with the ZWHT Resin 3D printer. Really have a lot of good things to report about it. Actually really happy. Let me just go over the specs really quick with you so that way you guys know what you're looking to buy, because I didn't do that in the beginning because I was really excited. This does come with a 4K mono screen. Mono is a good thing, guys. You want those mono screens because they last longer. There's no RGB colors inside the screen, so it lasts longer. It's the difference between 200 hours and 2,000 hours of print time, because the screens eventually will go bad on these systems. This has a dual guided Z axis. Now it's only one motor running it up and down, but it has guides on either side to make sure that your prints come out good. This also has a newer type of matrix UV light source. Almost looks like a beehive kind of light source, and I'll show you a picture of what that looks like right here. The print volume is quite big, guys. You're looking at 192 by 120 by 250 millimeters, so 250 millimeters high. We got a 3.5 inch touchscreen that I showed you earlier. It has USB and Ethernet connection. I have tried the Ethernet connection. It works with ChitoBox. It's a little slow. Now, I did talk about the price that I got it for. Currently, if you look at it on Amazon right now, it's about $350. I've seen it from anywhere from $289.99 to $700. So keep a lookout for it on sale. Like I said earlier, there is no support. I went through the box, couldn't find anything. There's no website. There is nothing, guys, which is a huge strike against this. The only way I was to get any support at all for Chito systems or anything else was to go through Amazon and contact the seller. Not to be mean, but they really felt like they didn't know what they were talking about. The settings they gave me were disastrous. So after a lot of trial and error and going back and forth with them on Amazon, I decided to go my own path with it because I'm a geek. I tried the Elegoo Saturn printing profile, did not work. Tried several different profiles. They would show up, but they weren't printing correctly and the exposure times were off. Luckily, I found a printer that looked exactly like this, which led me to believe that it's a clone of this machine, which was the Epax E10. Basically looks exactly like it. So I went to the website and I started looking at it, and they used Chito Systems, which got me very excited, which made me believe that it had a Chito Systems board in it. So I went to put it on its side and take off the bottom, and I was able to see through the vent, which I saw that beautiful white board, the LM1 series, version 2.20. So it's a Chito's board, guys. So the chances are of you finding parts or drivers for this are very high. I mean, they can support that board. So I couldn't figure out what the screen was without taking it off, and I'm not ready to do that yet. And I may do a video when I get to that point where I have to replace the screen. I will definitely make a video and definitely tell you which screen worked for it. Highly likely that we'll have no problem changing out the screen. With that in mind, I also went to the website of Epax, and I'm probably saying it wrong, and I saw several upgrade kits that you can buy, so that way if you want to make this an 8K monitor, you possibly could do that. With the size of the vat and the size of the build plate, I could definitely see that, because it's not taking advantage of that whole area. Possibly could upgrade this machine in the future. When the parts get cheaper, I may do that. But it does print, and it does print well, guys. Let me show you my prints. The first one I went for was my trusty Deadpool, and I left this at 100% infill, and it's a heavy little guy. I'm very happy with the way he printed out. I was so happy to finally get a successful print. Worked out really great after finding the settings. Had nothing to do with the printer. We was finding their correct settings. But he printed out really great. A little flat on the bottom, but he printed out, I think, really beautifully, really detailed. Then I really wanted to go big, guys. I wanted to go big because I wanted to see what the size I could print with one shot. So I did an Incredible Hulk, and this thing is huge. This is all in one piece, guys. Printed him out, one piece, put holes in them so that way I can drain it out right in the back there. And he's a little pixelated because of the model, not because of the print, but he came out beautiful. I'm really excited about this one. I can't wait to print it. I'm so happy it was one piece, a lot of supports. And I'll show you a little preview of him being printed because I was using the Atlas time-lapse camera, and I'll show you that right here. And you can also take a look at my video as well. It's really an amazing camera, so if you get a chance, take a look at my video here. Then I wanted to see if I really filled the build plate with 2 models, could I do that? Well, I printed this for my buddy Tom, and he doesn't know about it, and if he sees this video, he's probably gonna ask me where it is. I did kind of like a military girl shooting a gun, and I believe she came out really good. I'm gonna paint her and give it to my friend Tom, because he's a Marine, and I think he'll get a kick out of that. And then I did this highly detailed, and I didn't realize what I was getting into, model, and parts of it broke off because of me, not because of the printer, but it printed out beautifully, and you can see it in her wings and the places where I did not botch it up when I took all the supports off of. I should have tried to do a little less supports on this one, but it's some kind of an angel, devil, angel kind of thing, and I thought it was really cool. It really came out beautifully, and these were 100% infill. And then I've been dying to make Harley Quinn, and I wanted to make her at full size, and that's this model right here. She was printed in 3 pieces here. You have the base, you had the legs and the butt, and you had the top part of her. And I loaded the build plate with this and got it printed. She came out beautifully, and I didn't have any hiccups. It was amazing. The bed was completely filled, and I was able to print this off, and it was just a lot of fun. I'm really excited about painting her. She's put together right now with Fun Tack because I don't know where I want to glue her yet or how I want to glue her, and a lot of it is actually set up with magnets because I'm working with magnets now and I'm putting that in my models. But I want to be able to take her apart a little bit to paint her and put her back together. Plus, if I ever move or want to move stuff around, I can take her apart and not worry about breaking her because I have already broken my Alice. So it was very disappointing, very hardship on that. My overall thoughts, guys, this thing is massive. I mean, it's really big, even though they consider this to be a mid-size resin 3D printer. I've been playing with this for over 3 weeks now. I love the design, I love the size, and I like the fact that it looks like it could possibly be upgraded, especially because it has a Chido Systems board in it. It's up to date with the newest Chido box 1.9.2, which was the problem I was having with the last resin 3D printer that I reviewed, and that's why I returned it. According to the website at Apex, this has a lot of the upgraded features that would push this printer closer to the $1,000 mark. If you went to their website, this printer is like almost $800, and then if you wanted the build plate with metal, that's another $125. A lot of upgraded features on this that would definitely push this towards the $1,000 mark. So basically, this is a steal for what I bought it for. But it has no support outside of the Amazon seller right now. So, and it's the only way I know to contact them is to just ask them questions. With that said, I give it a 4 out of 5, guys. I think for the price point, and if you're experienced, it's a no-brainer. You know, if you're looking for a mid-size resin 3D printer, this is awesome. Especially if you could get it at that $300 price point. I'm very happy with it. I am definitely gonna keep it. That's it for me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if this video helped you in any way. And remember to ring that bell if you want to get notified when I make a video. And remember, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys! I've been playing with it for over 3 weeks now. She's just falling apart on me. This isn't a Marvel movie, guys. There's no secret ending, no strategy or something. Just hit like and subscribe and maybe click on one of the videos above. Don't know what to tell you.